Hello and welcome to case number 5. I was about to say
a little bit of Monica.
Yes. So there's no real recap because we're at the beginning of a new case. So you have all elected to respond to the cry for help in Kielder Forest.
Elected is a strong word there.
By vote, yeah.
I mean, something's been fucking eating people, so
Yeah.
gonna stop people getting eaten.
So yes.
Look at that.
No.
The Forestry Commission would like to report an incident at Kielder Forest. Something has eaten 3 campers. A 4th survived with horrific injuries and keeps repeating the same phrase. The teeth, the teeth. Humans don't have teeth like that.
I once knew a girl with pointed teeth. Same thing.
Or like a body mod or something.
Yeah.
Right.
So, if you will allow me, we will skip the journey up to the forest. Otherwise, it's motorways and general city driving. So,
but we don't have the camper van anymore, right? Because that was a US only.
Yeah. So you will, however, because this would be a tragic end if the police pull over like 4 grown-ups in a car filled with weapons. You will have kind of like an unmarked SUV type thing.
Yeah.
So it's reasonably comfy up for the journey, but you can also keep certain equipment and other things hidden from view. Is there anything special that you would like to bring with you before you begin the journey?
It's like, how many hand grenades can I fit in this car?
That's a secondary question.
Yeah, you're giving me the same look that I, as Misty, will give you.
Yes.
So
Yeah, turnabout's fucking fair play, innit?
it's nice to be.
Yeah, I think, like, as we had discussed previously, there is an absolutely sensible option for Lucas to bring if there is some kind of beast or some kind of animal, some kind of thing that is big, which is like a high velocity hunting rifle that can be chambered either for tranquilizer darts or bullets. And yeah, we'll bring one of those, but like that's probably not what Lucas is bringing.
What is Lucas bringing?
Big shotgun.
Big shotgun.
Yeah.
Cool.
Couple of drones.
I have a drone as well.
Yeah, I mean, drones. Yeah, that's fine.
Like bear mace as well.
Yeah.
If I can chamber some magnesium rounds into their shotgun. I know we had the conversation about what the forestry service would want.
Yes.
Please don't burn down forest.
I'm not going to burn down a forest. I'm going to burn down a monster.
So
I can make a napalm thrower if you want.
as
No.
You ever been on the list? You've been on the list?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that.
So the agency would not allow you to bring napalm into a forest.
I could make it.
Yeah, in fairness, it's pretty easy.
Yes. Okay.
We're recording.
Yeah.
I will not say what I was about to say. We are recording.
It's fictionally very easy to make.
Yeah, fictionally. Banana peels and rainbows.
Yeah.
Banana peels and
So-
rainbows.
Very well. I will explain the agency rules, not the game rules.
I wouldn't actually make napalm for that guy.
So
Great shout.
yeah. So you would not be. You wouldn't be given access to napalm generally.
I'm honestly fine if I don't get the magnesium
Yes.
rounds as well. Honestly, I think what is going to happen is Lucas is going to be in a really bad mood all the way until he hit about Watford Gap. Because no one has let him take Dragon's Breath rounds to a forest.
Roll. So no, this is if you want because there's an armourer.
Yeah.
An armourer. Make me a persuasion check, which.
Can't be intimidation, could it?
This guy has the guns.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
It's very hard to intimidate a man with a shit ton of guns.
You would.
You probably shouldn't say yes, is what I was saying here.
It will be at a -5 penalty if you do, because he has all the guns and there is a locked cage between you and him.
Which makes it all the more impressive when you succeed.
Yes.
Okay, so I got one success on persuasion.
Okay.
I do want to see what I would have got if I'd rolled with a -5
Yeah.
penalty.
Fair.
Which would also have been the same.
Okay. Which option would Lucas choose? Hold on.
I think he's not an idiot.
Yeah.
Like,
Don't threaten the armourer.
Yeah.
In the same way that I've seen videos of people trying to rob a gun store.
It doesn't end well.
No, because everyone's armed. How many successes did you get? You have yourself some dragon breath weapons.
Wonderful. Hey, Chip, you got any sort of proximity sensors we could take with this as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, and a couple of days of survival gear, tents, etc.
For sure, yeah. So the area that they've marked is not directly off the main road. Like, you will have to journey into the forest. This is why I'm asking you now before
Can we
you
get
leave.
anything like a Lance Rover or an ATV?
Yeah, for sure. That can be the weapon that you take up. Not the weapon, the vehicle. That
Cool.
you take up if you want.
So like a bit, one of the sort of Hereford Black SAS Land Rovers kind of
Yes.
deal. Yeah.
Can I get the satellite phone and unlimited data plan? I would use Starlink, but Elon Musk is a bit of an asshole.
Yes, you can have.
And he might just switch me off randomly because I'm Ukrainian. Prick.
Pricks a battle on the shore of it, eh?
Isn't he also one of those lizards that you were talking
No,
about?
he's just a
He's just an
word
asshole.
I'm not going to say I'm recording. But Lucas would.
Just an asshole, unfortunately. It'd be nicer if he was a lizard. Putin is a lizard. But not him, no.
Okay. Cool.
Simon would have a big machete strapped to the side of his belt.
Lovely.
Nice. Emotional support, nice.
Can I motion to Lucas to come, like when we're driving, like one time when one of these two is driving, like to the back of the van somewhere, like
Stop at services.
yeah, some of the services. That's actually really good.
Yeah.
You remember that thing you asked me to look into?
Right.
Yeah. Can you like go behind the services, maybe like outside of sight?
Smoke and air or something,
Yeah, he'll pull out an airline metal detector and wave it over your chest. Do I get the same kind of reaction?
No.
Good to know.
What were you looking for?
There's not a thing about the yay big.
In
There.
me?
No.
In who?
In me.
What the fuck?
Don't
What,
know
because of what I asked you to look into?
I don't... Well, it could be they're tracking me because of the whole, like, I'm technically a prisoner kind of thing.
Sure. Is it agency tech?
Didn't get a good look at it. X-ray can't penetrate it, and I'm not about to CT scan something metal. I don't want to have it come out
Not
fast.
fair.
It's apparently embedded inside my rib cage.
When you're still in.
Somewhere in that region, yes.
Are you
It's
tracking
embedded in the bone, yes.
I mean, there's no scar.
Not as far as I can tell, no.
I think Lucas looks vengefully angry at this. 'Cause I think Riddle is probably the only person Lucas speaks to anymore that he actually likes.
Shit.
I think I respect you, but I don't like you. And I don't know you.
I'm just a good toasty boy.
Yeah.
That's,
Cons.
it's fine. I'll figure something out at some point along the line to pull it out. I need to contact certain doctors, ones who are a little more, do things. Yeah, that kind of thing. The guy you were looking into, fuck all. He's a ghost, and that's saying something.
Is he even a guy?
He could be a man, he could be an elephant, he could
He's
be
corporeal, but
beyond that, nothing.
right.
I was wondering if we all had this kind of thing, and it beeps a little bit, see?
Yeah.
Beep. But I haven't checked the other two. I'm kind of scared of checking, and I'm damn sure that man has metal in him beyond what there are in me.
What do you think he's bionics?
I think he probably... I think he's put things in himself.
Well, I think you're at a service
I was going to say
station
pretending
at
to
this
drive.
It's one of the little back and forth cards you get there. No, fucking Need for Speed in an arcade cabinet.
Yes, I'm playing Need for Speed in an arcade cabinet right now, but I'm following all the traffic laws.
Oh God.
Very good.
And if any of you give me a look, I go, make it harder for myself.
I'm certain he's put magnets in himself.
Sure.
So, can't check.
Look, you need anything, let me know, okay?
I'll be fine. It's not...
You got words set up for that guy.
Just in case if he shows up.
Any, where was he for last, after he was at my place?
Did I see any other spots he showed up at?
Beyond what you were given, so the information I've already given you, they're the only times. Do you need me to refresh?
So there was the security footage from the hidden cameras at my front door.
Yep.
I've since
that's
moved
the other
and
thing.
placed a landmine under my doormat.
Oh no.
It's remote triggered, not pressure triggered.
Jesus.
And how confident are you in the craftsmanship?
Extremely.
Okay. Just pity your postie.
If he has a face, he'll be fine.
So, there were 2 times. Once in the footage.
Right.
And he's the one who gave me my appendectomy.
What the when
You remember when
After
I was...
you joined?
Yeah. Remember
he's
when...
fucking agency staff.
Not necessarily. He could be, but he was the surgeon who did it. But that doesn't necessarily... Because they outsourced all this kind of stuff. It was an appendectomy, like a appendicitis thing. The second time I had an appendectomy, by the way.
It's really wrong.
Exactly. So he was the one who put the... So anyway...
Was that after I started asking you to look into it?
No. This was... Yes, so the appendectomy happened before you asked me to look into it.
Okay.
So
Look, I'm sorry for brought these trouble to your door, okay?
I hacked into the Kremlin. Remember? I bring trouble to my own door. I'm fine. As far as... Well,
Look,
as far as fine as I can be.
I'm going to ask Sai about this guy, see if I can get eyes on his face, okay?
Alright.
Yeah,
That's fine.
we'll table that for later.
Yeah.
I think on my phone I've got like a still from the security footage with the guy's face on.
That you do. What are the other 2, just for flavour, what are the other 2 doing?
Okay, so I have managed to complete an entire race in Need for Speed, say Underground. It's an old cabinet on the service station. Managed to complete a race while following all traffic laws, and didn't get disqualified, which was hard. I've wasted a fair bit of money doing that now. And now I've done that, I am just going hell for leather. I'm going to roll a drive check. Just to see how well I do in the actual race. Wait, hang on. No, that I should have rolled 1 less. I've only got 7 dice for this.
I do like that.
Okay, I lose. I didn't roll a single success.
Wow.
I might put these dice away and get some other ones.
I do enjoy that I just rolled these for fun and rolled 999.
Nice.
So many color
And then,
Look!
Are you there watching him play for Need for Speed?
I'll
or
have gone and got myself a very strong cup of coffee.
Sure thing. Okay.
And then we'll be kind of sat in like the seated areas watching him from afar rather than actively.
I can imagine.
And when I'm not rolling for any particular
as Simon,
purpose.
sitting in the Watford Gap service station above those enormous. It's the bridge
The one
where
that
the
goes-
road
yeah,
runs
yeah.
under,
Mhm.
eating a Burger King with a knife and fork.
Okay, can I use that roll for my second game?
That's a level of extra creepy.
Sure.
7 successes.
Damn, dude!
Well,
I set the new high score.
S.
So, just as a side note, your barista makes you your coffee, And then he turns, he looks you in the eye, and he says, "I'd warn your friend not to remove it." And then he hands you a coffee. He's probably about 5 foot tall, circular glasses. He's got like a small bowler hat. Tell him not to remove it. "Enjoy your coffee, sir." And then he will walk into the back of the shop. And then, like, a normal barista will come out.
You still got
normal
leg machete on you.
Lucas, I've just set a high score so high no one's ever going to beat it. That's going to be preserved forever. Until the arcade cabinet disappears.
The second time he warned you, you'll kind of like tip his hat in kind of like a friendly gesture. But there's a very serious tone to what he's saying before then walking off. But it's a good coffee though, so it smells good at any rate. So.
I immediately dispose of the coffee
that's
and
fair.
order a new.
The second coffee smells, and
Here,
if you consume it,
this one's
tastes
on me.
good.
Just through a random possible.
Oh no!
It's full of nanites, so you know it's good.
Cool.
Watford Gap service station is the worst place in the world.
Say again, sorry?
Watford Gap service station is the worst place in the world. I have never felt existential terror more being in a place.
Wow.
Please continue.
So the journey will continue reasonably uneventfully beyond what has already happened. So you kind of pull into, because I'm imagining this forest has got like a visitor centre, and there's a couple of police cars parked outside, and there's kind of a man in, it's kind of that tan kind of top, he's from the Forestry Commission, like plastered all over him, and he's kind of nervously like playing with his fingers and kind of waiting for someone, presumably you guys, to arrive.
Do I clock his name badge?
Does he have a face?
He has a face, so it's a good start. Tim.
Cool.
Can we see the cops here as well?
There are police cars. There are not police.
But they're not
officers.
in there. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
How long has it been since this event happened?
So you responded to it pretty quickly. So probably. So they've sent it to the agency. You almost went out immediately. So probably 2 hours plus the journey time to. So what, 6, 7 hours? I don't know. How long does it take to get up to?
Northumberland, like, you'd be 7 hours. That will be the trip. Honestly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
So 9, 10.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Yeah, flash and badge. Detective Sergeant Lucas King.
Oh, good. You're from the agency.
Liaison Task Force. Yes.
Yes. They didn't say which. Yes. Please. Yes.
Do you have an incident with him set up?
A what?
An incident with him.
No. Should I have done that? The police just told me to collect you and take. I was
Carry
not
on.
to talk anybody. So yes, they said something about a Section 31, but I genuinely don't.
So we
know.
got the Section 31 crew. Cool.
Precisely. Yes. This would be a well-known fact. So Section 31. Shamelessly stolen from the Magnus Archive.
That was me. That's not on Mike.
Yeah.
I literally said, Mike, I want to play someone who's in Section 31.
Yeah. So it refers to a branch of the police force, not a dedicated branch, but police who have interacted with unclassified events, and they're then stamped with a gag order. It's kind of the police have experienced paranormal incidents. And so they then have a particular gag order, a Section 31, so they're not allowed to talk about it, and then it tends to be those who've got the Section 1s, they'll be sent out to deal with these particular incidents. But because of the cooperation between the police and the agency, anything they can't immediately deal with, they tend to refer you towards the agency. So
you've hacked my personnel files, right?
Yeah.
You've seen the incident report I logged about my incident, yeah. You will know from that Lucas abjectly refused to go under Section 31 and had great disdain for those who did.
Yeah.
Might be a little close to this one.
There were lots of citations.
What are you carrying with you as he's escorting
To be honest,
you
it could be
through
like
the
a black holdall for me.
Cool, perfect.
Riddle will have his gun, but it's in a holster on the side underneath the coat.
Okay, cool. So, what I'm specifically
2
asking
big
for,
black duffel bags.
Nice.
that's entirely fine. What I'm specifically asking is, are you openly carrying firearms?
No. I like loose
I
game.
have my machete.
You have your.
Open carrying my machete, absolutely.
He will nervously glance at it, but say nothing.
Survival expert.
Survival from what? This is
I will not answer and walk away.
Bears, lions, tigers, that kind of thing.
This is England.
There are bears in England sometimes. I've seen pictures.
Not in this forest.
No.
Oh, so you'd like to deal with this event then? We
No.
can just go back if you
No.
It's
My
alright.
mistake.
Don't.
Yes.
It's fine. Just don't worry too much about what people are carrying around this area for now, and you'll be okay.
You should be more worried about what's in the bags rather than this knife.
Jesus Christ, why?
What's in the bag?
Nothing. Then I've got some drones.
Just
for
don't ask
aerial.
questions. That's what you people are good at, isn't it?
Hey, leave the poor forestry guy.
Yeah, he's the first. He's not the
He's not the police.
Joe knows that.
Yeah, we know Joe knows that.
I do guided tours through the forest.
And
I get
bet you,
asked lots
Tim.
of questions.
Well, let's come on.
Michael, my love. Timothy's a sweetheart.
Riddle will take Tim. Let's. I would like to ask you a bunch of questions about that. I have some drones in my bag, and I will be doing some aerial photography to find out, kind of what's going on and where's my best place to. And he's walking you away.
Well, unfortunately, the area that we're going to is actually quite thick with trees, so you want to be very careful about drone usage. Because you don't want to get them tangled up in the branches, but obviously there are cracks which allow light through, which encourages the natural growth of the forest. Everything's kept in a very nice equilibrium.
My man did an ecology management degree and is not prepared for this.
I'm very glad. That sounds wonderful. Now I'm going to go join my friends. You stay out here and just keep people away, all right?
So I'm thinking, if I put a chainsaw on a drone, then I'd be able to just get through some of the.
I like where you're talking. No, carry on
Oh,
talking.
because I'm noticing it's very thick canopy in places. Like if I had just like a front-mounted chainsaw, it could just go through the canopy without getting tangled up in things.
Get some of the laser tech GHCHQ been working on.
High-powered lasers.
Maybe we should find out what we need before we outfit a drone with chainsaws and lasers.
Oh, I can't do that right now. I can't do that today. I'm just thinking in future.
It's got to be prepared
Ideas.
for anything.
I don't know what we need to be having drones with chainsaws to be prepared for.
No, it's just a way to get through the canopy where it gets quite thick.
Right, okay.
Are you telling me none of the missions we've been on we could have done with a drone and a chainsaw?
Alright, there's one. Fair enough.
Are the police in the visitor centre?
No,
So they have gone out beyond.
You are being led into the forest by the Forestry Commission guy.
Cool.
So yeah, he's kind of taking you off, kind of off some of the trails as you get deeper. And deeper
Okay,
into
if
the
we are
forest.
going in, I'll probably also have like an actual pack as well as the whole.
Sure thing. Yeah. You can bring the equipment from the car. That's not a problem. I was mainly asking, are you openly declaring firearms?
Gotcha.
Because you will freak the guy out. But Lucas has done a stand-up job of that, so...
The camping knife.
It was
Look.
camping shotgun.
Crocodile Dundee would go, that's not a knife. And he wouldn't mean it the way he usually does.
Some kind of sword, mate.
So as you approach, so you noticed that there's the perimeter has been sealed off. A huge perimeter of the forest has been sealed off with a piece of red string, like quite thick red string that seems to expand over quite a distance. And the Forestry Commission guy will pause at the red string, and he will look around at you four, look at your knife, and then we'll continue under the red string. And he's like, "Come on, this."
What's the short?
This we ask visitors not to enter this part of the forest.
Why? It's my man right there.
We've just been asked not to allow visitors into
By
this.
who?
We've been asked not to allow visitors into
By
the
who?
forest. Can you make either a persuasion or an intimidation check, please?
What's the check for helping with an intimidation check?
Yeah, you can also roll an intimidation, and I think, yeah,
It's persuasion, and which attribute is it?
it's 2 moments. I have to remind
Manipulation?
myself.
Socialise?
So it's social. So it's going to be a pretty.
No,
short,
there's an intimidation skill.
yeah,
No,
but-
I know which
Oh,
skill
oh,
it is.
right.
Which of the three attributes at the top?
So if it's intimidation, it'll probably be presence. If it's persuasion, it'll probably be manipulation.
4 successes.
Against my four.
I just loom.
What's the success? Is it just a 10 or is it 9 or a 10?
8, 9, or 10.
Nine,
If it's a 10, you get to roll the dice again.
So 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. So collectively, you stare this guy down, and what little resolve he had just crumbles away. He's like, we sealed this area off because strange things kept happening in this part of the forest. But we sent people to investigate and they just never came back. So we put up.
This wasn't in the
Why?
incident report you sent to the agency, no? Nothing? You didn't tell the cops about this?
Well, it was them that advised that we put a cordon up.
Is there any significance to red string?
Yeah, why the cord? Why not like
They would have had
a
police
sign would
tape.
help.
Oh, is this red string been here a while?
Yes, this is not the police cordon.
Police cordon's further in?
Yes.
But he's claiming the Forestry Commission put this up after advice by the
Yes.
police.
So, you'll ask the question that I think you're on the verge of asking.
So when did this cordon go up?
It's been in place 30, 40 years. We renewed
Sat phone. Whoever's got it.
Gone.
I'm going to call my buddies and I'm going to use my resource dots
Sure,
to get police reports for this area.
for sure. Yeah. Make. I think it's is it a specific check? I don't have the actual perk. to
I
hand.
can't remember.
Um,
I think it's a resource is something else as well.
yeah. Hold on.
Ooh, physical book.
What resources is money and
No,
stuff?
not it's a contact.
Contacts, yes.
Yeah. It's a social merit, I believe. No?
I think I get 2 dots from professional training. It's only because I don't have the PDF on my laptop, so.
While Mike is searching,
Hmm.
do you want to give a perception check?
Yes. I'll give it the old college try. What's perception?
Wits plus composure, I think.
There you go, if you make it into the secret dice tray. Oh, cool. Do you want to re-roll a couple of them?
How many?
2.
Have I got all of them now?
Yeah, to be honest, there you go. Right. Okay, cool. Yeah. What are you searching for, sorry?
I don't know.
I asked him to give a perception check. I assume there is more than one success.
Oh, right, as in like a general perception check.
There's something I'm wondering if he's going to notice about Chip.
Ooh.
Do you want to text Ryan the number of successes I got, and then
I'm
Ryan can
happy for it
choose
to
to
be.
tell?
I'm happy for it to be open because I'm pretty sure I saw at least one success there.
Yeah, so there's more than one success.
Okay, yeah. You notice that one of the 2 bags that Chip is carrying, one of them he is very careful with.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
That's what's happened there is because it's my birthday. Is that bag full of napalm?
No.
Oh, okay, that's what I thought you meant.
No, Mike wouldn't let me have napalm.
Okay. So,
He stopped at the services. It had a Halfords.
I can't
I was
find
busy
the
playing Need for Speed though.
True.
I can't find the exact wording. However, this I'm not even going to make you roll for it because your contact would just be able to do this for you, and it's a relatively easy. So there are suppressed because he's a police contact, right?
So yeah, these are. So I'm contacting whoever is currently the on-duty desk sergeant at the Merseyside station.
So, oh no, I thought you had a specific colleague that you used to contact because you asked him previously.
Yeah, he was the guy who was the basically the day sergeant.
Oh,
who,
cool.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. So,
But I don't know if it is him on today. But
for convenience, I'm going to say that it is.
nice. Good decision, Captain.
Yes. He will get back to you pretty quickly. There are numerous missing person reports that have all been suppressed. Over the last 40 years, there's probably been 1 or 2 a year, except in the last year, where that's ramped up to about 10 to 15. There have been
60 missing persons reports in this area of forest.
Yep.
Perfect.
I
am no longer concealed carrying.
That's fair.
Yeah. If I write one down, firing shells into the
What he will say is he does not know why they have been suppressed.
Are they tagged Section 31?
Section 31, and there's something else that he doesn't recognise. Like there's.
So to Simon. Get him to describe it.
So it's a.
Is the weird mechanical looking star?
No, it's not.
It's a bureaucracy
all,
thing.
all it is it's a code. Why am I trying to do it from memory?
I have notes.
How such will forget.
Yes. SOA 71.
Get that clear, Simon?
Do I reckon?
I'm already trying to get into the databases that would have that information.
Computer check.
Cool.
You have.
Like, surely this is some standard affair for agency. Though.
Yeah. Go for it. So
Just something very delicate.
there's. So. Yeah, you would recognise that because. Yeah, that's. Oh god, yeah, that's a bureaucratic code if ever there was one. So.
Bureaucromancer.
It's a special arrangement with the agency that the area is cordoned off and no one talks about it because a previous team failed.
6 successes.
I mean,
6 successes.
there's going to be paperwork for a mission failure.
Now that I'm going to make you roll a check for. What on earth is a bureaucracy check?
Politics? Maybe?
I'm going to go. You're attempting to. So it would definitely be intelligence and probably.
I think we could argue for possibly academics, possibly investigation, possibly politics.
Yeah. I will allow you. This is going to be recall. So intelligence and academics, or intelligence and politics. but I believe you've got bonuses because it's bureaucracy. That's
Yeah.
like your
Asset skills.
asset skills. Thank you. Nice. So yeah, yeah. Roll away. Right.
There's 2 successes.
Okay. So you can't recall exactly what it is, but it is a special arrangement in the sense that not only have they lost a team, but there is possibly a mutually beneficial arrangement at play. You're stupidly high.
How many was it, Riddle?
6.
Nice.
Nice.
Wow.
I have 9 dice.
So there's nothing generally on the web about it, but you have managed to hack back into the agency. And they had after they lost, the first team was not lost. They managed to report back, so they died, but they didn't. They weren't just lost.
They weren't missing in action; they were
Yes.
killed in action.
Precisely. But a potentially beneficial arrangement was made, as even with your stupidly high, a lot of it's still heavily redacted.
Yeah.
Something is working on a cure for something, and has huge long-term implications. So the agreement was made: cordon off the forest, that section of the forest. No one goes in there. If anyone goes in there, they're probably not coming back out. Sweep it under the rug, and let whoever this is complete their work. There seem to be reasonably regular communications over the last 10 years. Over the last... again, why am I trying to do this from memory when I have a note in front of me, which is not opening. Come on. I think it's over the last 10 years or so, communication stopped.
Over the last year.
Sorry, over the last year, communication stopped.
So there was an agreement, and the agreement's been broken, and that's...
The agreement is assumed to have been broken.
But not by the agency's end, whatever this thing has started killing more.
Correct.
Tim,
Yes.
how long you worked here?
In the Forestry Commission, well, I must have started back, probably 25 years ago, I think.
I think I fully lift it. I'm gonna make some jacks, if that's alright.
Yes. Yeah.
Give me those ones. 1 success on getting him by his collar and slamming him into a tree.
He's not prepared, so
Yeah.
he's not... You've belittled him down with your intimidation.
How many people, Tim? How many fucking missing persons polls did you put up? How many did you sweep under the fucking rug?
He's the
None.
Forestry Commission. He's
None.
not the cops. You're angry at the wrong person. He just...
No,
No, I'm pretty sure I'm angry at the right fucking person.
No, I don't work this section.
Who does?
Oh, you want Dave and Lucy?
And where are they?
They're not
They're,
here.
yes.
They're missing, aren't they?
Are they missing, Tim?
Yes. I was told they called in sick.
Are we getting like...
Is he
Can we do
the
the
medic?
psychological test for mind whamming on him?
Yes, so, which I've not quite finished writing
Writing the rules for him, so sorry.
No, I have written the rules for it, but I haven't committed the flavoured text to paper, but yeah, it's referred to as the Van Halen test. It's based off a scientist called Van Halen, and he discovered there was an incredibly ancient tome. Hold on, because I do actually have pictures for it.
A grimoire.
Text. Is it going to copy?
Treat myself to a scroll.
Okay. Okay, hold on. I'm going to have to show you my laptop because there are security policies in place that prevent me from copying from one place to another. So,
Ooh, the forbidden tome.
so That's what that looks like.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah, that looks like a nice,
Wonderful.
fine,
Yes,
healthy,
very nice.
happy and alive book.
So it was discovered that if pages were ripped out of it, it would reform back into its full form, and the pages would then form an identical. And
It's a healing book.
yes,
Infinite paper cheat.
and basically the way that it works is one person will read one page. It's kind of like a call and response.
So we're like inducing a hypnotic state in him and seeing what he says back? Or...
No. So they read one page, and then you turn over, and then you read, and it should. So you get him to read one page, and you kind of write it down, and then when you turn the page, it should then have it's kind of like half a sentence, and then when you turn to the other page, it should then form a complete sentence. It's kind of
With
like
what?
two
So we're
halves of a
seeing if
key.
the syntax matches up.
Yes.
Cool.
Whereas if they're under the effect of some kind of mind-altering state, even though they see whatever they see, that's not what that's not what's coming out, because something has got in the way.
Yeah.
So it's a verbal kind of key, effectively. So they say one half, you're checking it against another, and because it's self-healing, the agency has basically got loads of these. So it's part of the field kit now.
Sure.
So
I think I'll just sort of drop him and just turn to Rill and go Van Halen him.
yeah, he will read it. He's not under the effects of any mind control.
Could I get up the camera that I whipped together in the plane mission?
Yes, you can.
Just remembered I had this.
Mm-hmm.
Calling it the entity detector at the moment.
Yep. The video camera is currently what I've got. Again, I've got a picture for it
Just look at
because it's being included. So, he's clean. There are no.
I think he's just like, a normie.
Yeah. Anyone can make a. I think it's the insight check. So that is going to be that's composure and empathy. Is that a risky die, or is that just make it?
Ooh, success.
One success.
Yeah, empathy is absolutely Lucas' strong suit.
2 successes.
One success.
Okay, so all of you, he's telling the truth. He's scared shitless. He has no idea what's going on. He got.
Did he know about any of this before today, basically?
He was aware that there was a cordon in the same way that there's. You work in a forest. There's creepy tales that people tell each other to scare them. He'd assumed until today that it was just a mythos. That
Creepy story for somebody, and there's a cordon, but in the same way you get like a bird flu cordon from Defra.
Yeah,
Okay.
or not even that. It's a hazing ritual for new starters.
Sure.
'Cause he got told when he first started, but he works in a different part of the forest, so he never came across
Okay.
it. It was common knowledge, but he just assumed it was like a hazing thing and was all made up until today when he saw the cordon and the bloody remains.
He's having a very
It's a
bad
fact,
day.
Andy.
Yes, he's
Yeah.
having
Yeah.
a very bad day. He just down. He's not. You're looking for enemies.
When did you last see the officers?
They're literally just up here by the cordon.
Okay.
Before I cross through, can I check that the cordon itself isn't am I crossing a threshold into something else?
I was going to say entity detector on the thread.
Yeah, just have a quick pass around the area.
It's a reasonably well weathered red. Not quite a velvet
Cord?
red, but cord. Yeah. It's red, so it's very easily distinguishable against.
Are there signs up here?
No,
Okay.
no. The area is too big for signs to be practical.
What other equipment do we have? Because you said rather than having everyone, access to everything.
So I'm going to assume that you are bringing your standard field kit, which would be an EMF, a Maggie, or a Gauss meter, basically searches for magnetism, a Geiger counter, You've got the Van Halen test, and you've got your video camera, or aka entity detector, I guess.
Edie.
Indeed. Oh, I'm fucking renaming that now.
Joseph.
Well, let me edit it. God damn it. Okay, yeah, but remind me later. But I like that. So, but you're not getting any like. All the readings are passive. If anything, the EMF's dropped slightly, but
Because we're in the middle of nowhere, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's nothing.
He doesn't know anything. We need to go see the cops. You need to stop
Fine.
looking for enemies everywhere.
Simon rests his machete on the rope. Contemplates very hard before putting it away.
Presumably it's there for a reason. Maybe find out what the reason is, and if you disagree with it, then make the changes that you see fit. Maybe. Just a suggestion.
There's no, there's a warning. No, it's a rope. It's either very important or so unimportant that
Can I have an investigation check, actually, from anyone who's checking out the rope?
I'm definitely checking out the rope.
Would this count as crime scene investigation in any way?
Not yet. Although
There's
there's a big scene
intelligence.
coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, intelligence and investigation, please.
That's going to be 6 successes.
4 successes.
1 success.
2 success.
The rope's been moved.
Which way?
Does it make the area bigger or smaller?
Difficult to tell because this is over a large area. You haven't seen any marks because rope over trees and things like that. So you haven't seen anything coming in. So you would hypothesize that the area has been made bigger.
Yeah.
This rope, what area does it cover, do you know?
No. It was supposed to just cover a square mile.
How far back is the visitor centre?
It's probably,
If I jog.
yeah, you've probably been walking for 20-30 minutes, so you're getting on for about a mile, maybe. Where it's forest, so probably half a mile.
Okay.
I'd say you're in.
I think it might honestly be worth me just running back and see if there's like training documents or something for new staff at the forestry centre.
I love that idea. Yes.
Can I make? Would it be like athletics or something to run?
Yes, for sure. So, so it's going to be strength and athletics.
Yeah. So 3 successes.
Okay, cool. So you make that in good time.
Yeah. Keep weapons off, guys. We're back in a bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you guys waiting at the rope, or are you waiting? Are you continuing
I'll
onwards
wait
to
for the rope.
We should wait at the rope that
I'll
way
wait at the
because
rope.
we need to know.
Okay.
You know, Lucas
So,
needs to know where he's going.
And just to check, like, it's not like we can't just see the crime scene.
This
From
is
the road.
now a heavily wooded area.
Okay.
So
It's old growth forest as well. Then.
yeah, so
It's-
it could just be a few more meters ahead, but
We can't tell.
you-
Okay.
yeah, visibility is incredibly reduced.
I think considering they lost a team here, we want all the information. Yeah.
100%.
So
So if you're waiting at the rope for the sake of brevity,
Yeah.
it's probably half an hour there and back and to get the stuff.
I've got like lockpicks and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
to get
yeah.
from
So,
the cabinets. And everything.
So what you will find is you will find modern documents that have that will have the cordoned off area, and it's probably slightly smaller than. So you think it's grown incredibly recently.
Yeah.
You also managed to find one down the back of a filing cabinet
Yeah.
that was
That's a sweet spot.
yeah. It's increased massively over the last 10 years or so. So
But the killings only started getting more frequent 2 years ago.
yes. So yes.
Is on what was it? I can't remember how many successes I got. Was it 3? No, that was for the run.
That was for the run.
Do you want me to roll and investigate for
Yeah, if you're then trying to piece it together.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
just a regular one?
So Tim, can you do me a favor? What's your surname?
Oops. Tim Duggan.
Tim Duggan. Right. Very good, Tim Duggan. Jab, jab.
Could I have sent a drone to keep an eye on Lucas as he's going, just in case anything happens to him? I'm happy to do a drive check to get it through the trees and things.
if you're
It's not a special. It's like an off-the-shelf small drone,
Yeah,
about this big.
if you're staying very, very close to him, it depends if you want to keep an eye on Lucas or the general area. Because if you're hovering kind of just above him, he's travelling through areas that people would fit through, so a drone would fit through.
Yeah, no, I'm wanting to make sure that nothing's going to happen to him, and also because there's a microphone on it, he can speak to us if he needs to.
He's got a satellite phone. You can just link it to his GPS and track him through that. And that way you don't have to you can get him all the way to the visitor center and drop back down, go up then down again.
Make a
Use my drone though.
You can use your drone.
Make a driving check.
Yeah.
But I will say that if you get 0 successes, you are struggling to control it to the point that you can only keep an eye on where Lucas is. You won't be able to give him any heads up.
Okay. What attribute to go with it?
Driving, so Dex. For sure, that's Dex.
Okay. And because I have the crack driver feat, I'm going to add my composure because there's nothing shaking my concentration.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yep. Apart from a very scared forestry agent. No.
I'm rolling 10 dice.
Nice.
Because I have my crack driver feet.
I'm going to take a little bit of crack.
I knew that's the joke
Yeah,
I
I know.
Okay. Okay, that is currently 6 successes with 3 rerolls. That's 9 successes with 1 reroll.
Buddy.
That's a 6. So 9 successes.
Hey.
For a drone racing pilot, it's worse.
Yes,
than this.
Yeah.
I also realised that actually the Need for Speed game I was playing, I should have added those 3 dice as well.
Because it's not distracting.
And so I would have gotten a success, and then the next one I would have gotten 7 successes.
Okay. So,
No, 8. Sorry.
you are able to pilot it with the level of deftness that you can keep an eye out on Lucas and the road behind him and the road ahead, like the pathway ahead, not a road.
I like that.
Yeah. You can zip between them easily. Who's worried about branches? Just get good, buddy. So.
Yeah, I do not need a chainsaw on this.
Yeah. He's in no danger.
And Tim Duggan is just like a normal dude, isn't he?
Yeah, he's worked in the Forestry Commission for 25 years. He didn't start. He's
Quick question. The when we have the green dots next to them, how many dice do we add if that's applicable?
the green dots.
It's a green dot.
It says asset, so it's got a green dot next to it. I think is
It's a
asset skill.
specialisation.
It's an extra one.
An extra
and
one.
then if you have the red outline as well, it becomes either 9 again or 8 again.
Okay, so
Well, 2 for asset skills actually.
So is this for?
It's a difference between asset skills and tag skills, but I can't
It's like a
remember.
specialty, yeah.
Oh yes. So isn't that the crack driver skill? That's what that's.
no, the crack driver is a merit, and then for skills, I have
Oh, you've got a specialisation for drones.
yes.
So.
Is that plus 2 dice on that?
You don't need more successes.
Yeah, you've hit max. You're not going to do better.
I rolled 10 dice. I want to get 10 successes.
Next time.
How do I make it roll? No. Not sure why that's not wrong, but I think it's 1 if you've got a green dot. Specialties. Plan the book. As we've got time. Skills. Specialty 73.
there are 3 things that I have put a lot of points into for this character.
Yeah, it's
One of which is driving drones.
One die for specialty.
Okay, that would have been 10 successes on the drone.
Okay, yeah. Like
The other 2 things that I am good at is crafting, and I've only got 1 point in it, but I've got a specialisation and also a merit to go towards just healing.
Nice.
yeah, so Lucas is perfectly fine. So with your 3 investigation, the area has considerably grown over the last. So when I say considerably grown, it's grown over the last 10 years.
Yeah.
So
for presumably 30 years, it stayed the same size every year.
Yes. So it's kind of you don't know at the rate that it expanded. This is when it was first done this was a pamphlet from 10 years ago. So it's the before and after.
Yeah.
How quickly that occurred and over what timescale, you don't have enough.
Don't have the
resources.
context, sure.
Yes. So, but the cordon has increased over the last 10 years, and from the modern one that you're looking at, it appears to have changed even more.
Yeah.
So combine that with the investigation skill on the rope expansion. That looks like it was expanded today.
Yeah.
Presumably by the police.
In response to whatever we're
Yes.
there to investigate.
Okay, cool. And I get back okay with the same.
Yes. Yeah. You've got drain.
Could I make a specifically a forensic roll to try and see is this like police standard issue boot prints next to the cordon where it's been moved, kind of thing?
Sure. Yeah. Go for it.
4 successes. No, sorry. Yeah, 4 successes.
Yeah, they. I don't know enough about police boots, but if they had a standard.
I don't. That's what I don't like.
Yeah, I'm going to say that.
I think they do. They got standard trousers.
Yeah, I would imagine it would be part of their PPE.
Lucas would
so,
recognise
yes.
it, kind of thing.
So
yeah.
yes, these are police issue shoe prints. They have expanded the cordon, presumably in response to the attack.
So they've moved this red string. The Section 31 officers specifically have moved the cordon outwards.
You can't tell if they're Section 31 from the boot print. They are.
But we know know the officers here are Section 31.
It was police rather than
Correct.
forestry commission.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Correct.
we know that these are they. Okay, cool.
Yes. So.
Yeah, cordon's been moved. Look, and I'll hold up the 2 pieces of paper, and one of them's yellow and old, and one of them's laminated and brand new.
Yeah.
It tracks.
It's expanding in the. It started getting bigger 10 years ago, so whatever this thing is, it was kept happy for 30.
Seems reasonable.
It's been killing more and more.
Some kind of deal that the agency made a long time ago is no longer in effect.
The agents, whoever they were,
They didn't. Yes.
well, they might have made the deal, but they fucking pay for it. This is why we don't make fucking deals with them, little.
You don't even know if it's an entity. It could be a person. And in my experience, people are a lot worse than the entities.
20 quid.
Ooh, yeah, I'll take that action.
Thumb small shells.
You know, that's a reasonable response regardless of who is right in this case. Actually, no, if it's an entity, the shotgun's not going to do shit.
No normal shotgun.
Well, that's true. Tim was just standing there. You need to not be here.
Go home.
Yes, go home.
Yeah. 100
Run.
meters in that direction.
Run.
And then he will run away. He's gone.
Yeah.
See, I feel good about that because now he gets to live. He should probably change professions. I'm going to put in a little thing into his. Never mind. That's a problem for later. We should go into wherever and find these police officers.
So about 100 meters past the cordon, you enter, and there is now a crime scene. This is the crime scene. There's yellow crime scene tape. There are 3 body bags, and then a chalk outline, but
There'll be little forensic flags to mark different bits of evidence, kind of thing.
No.
Okay.
Spray paints?
Yeah, so it's so the officers are stood outside of the police court. No one has entered that yellow tape. From what you can immediately assess without having to roll, is that there are no forensic flags. No.
So literally nothing's been near them.
They're not going in there.
Yeah,
they've done the bare minimum to cover the body.
Precisely. They've got the one person out, and there are 3 body bags, but they have not yet been removed from the scene. There's a coroner who's and there's a team to take away the bodies, but they are waiting.
So the coroner's here as well?
Yes.
Okay.
The Section 31 officers are also armed, and
what are their ranks?
I don't know enough about police force ranks.
Because like constable, sergeant, and then detective constable, detective sergeant, detective inspector, detective chief inspector.
So reasonably, so most of them are going to be reasonably low rank. So would that be sergeant?
So yeah, constable and then sergeant. Would
Yeah,
be
so
the lowest.
I'm going to say sergeant because they still have a weapons license, so they're not.
So they are AFOs as well. Cool.
Yeah. And then you've got there's no real inspector. You've got you've got you've got a coroner, but he's not investigating.
In my experience of police interacting with
Yes.
this kind of thing, are there Section 31 coroners as well? Does it come from other?
Yeah, it would be.
So the Section 31 ambulance service and fire service as well, that kind of thing for these kind of responses.
You have heard tell that they have similar. It's interesting that they've each given themselves different numbers. So
it's not Section 31 for the ambulance service. It's
Section 30.
Although that completely tracks for government bureaucracy.
Oh yeah.
They're all different numbers, but they mean the same
I do
thing.
know quite a lot about police organisations. So like I say, know your enemy. Continue.
Yeah. So yeah, it would be a Section 31 coroner, you would presume, based off of your knowledge. And there have been other, but it doesn't look like they're conducting an investigation. They have obtained, which is sometimes that happens. Like sometimes if it's weird but manageable, they've got you involved.
So they've presumably walked in there, started doing things, and then realised, oh, we're not equipped for this. Let's back out.
Yes, and because there was one. Because from what you've now found out, there's a special order in place as well. That kind of would overrule. Even if
would the local cops know what the special order is?
It would be from.
Trying to work out who the deal was made between.
I probably have their side of the records, which was much easier to get hold of. So they just probably have like a.
It's a very. It doesn't.
Stay the fuck out of this area.
Yeah. It's kind of more, there's a special order in place. You don't need to know why.
They didn't know anything. Anyone who does know anything is well above their pay grade, or retired, or dead. In that order. Would I found the original police officer who kind of did that, who was the liaison and kind of organized that, and they're probably retired and or dead. One of the two, in my investigations.
So yeah, they would they would have probably passed away at this stage.
Yeah, high up enough to be.
They would have
able to make that deal.
It would have been the chief inspector 40 years ago, and that's
and that's pushing 50, 60.
Yeah.
So then another 30 years on top of that. So whoever made the original deal, the people you're actually angry at, they're long gone. They've just been maintaining this existing court, and occasionally somebody will ask a question, and then maybe they will disappear, or maybe they won't. The only thing we can do now is to investigate what is going on currently.
I think you can see Lucas just swallowing bile.
He's angry.
That's
You.
Ah.
The S King. What's your names?
My name is Officer Johnson. My colleague Lucy. Are you here to take over the scene?
Yep.
Cool. Good luck. and they will just start to walk away.
Well, that
I think
happened.
Is Lucas more sick of the sight of them than he wants to lay into them? I think he's more sick of the sight of them. No,
That's fair.
doesn't matter if we need information, but I think he just.
There's a coroner pop off as well.
Yeah, he's going with them. You get the impression that they will probably be waiting at the visitor centre until you're done.
Yeah.
And then they will come back. They are partially guarding the crime scene, but they're mainly guarding the coroner.
Sure.
They do not want to be here.
Yeah.
Cool. Gloves on.
Anything unusual before you go? Anything happen whilst you've been here?
No, it's been quiet.
You seen this cordon before? Deal with these missing persons?
We extend the cordon now and again to try and protect
Why?
anyone else. Because the hunting ground appears to have extended.
So you knew about the hunting ground. You're not just saying the weird bit of the woods. You know there was a hunting ground. You didn't log it before.
We didn't know it was a hunting ground. We presumed it was a hunting ground. There's a cordon to keep people out. People who enter go disappearing. I mean, you guys work with this shit. You know, people, like, if people go missing in a particular area, something is hunting them.
And they're not equipped to deal with it.
Neither was I, Did. Neither was I.
No. Now you are. Ish.
Wait.
No.
Did you
You
say-
don't. No, you don't. You don't.
No, say it!
You don't recognize.
Say it!
You're that D.S. Lucas King person.
Am I?
I've got to start this
Yeah,
shit.
the crazy bloke who claimed he was abducted by us.
Hi, bro.
Wasn't us, mate. You don't abduct people.
I think. Can I get like? I think you see real, actual murder in like.
Yeah.
I think this is the closest anyone here has come to seeing Lucas in extracurricular mode.
All right.
He fully wants to murder this person. In fact, might murder this person. I think it's some personal days coming. You sign those slips, right? Yeah, I think he lets it go. I think he just lets it pass.
Fair enough.
Go back to the visitor centre.
Sure. Just trying to help, and then they'll walk.
His badge number, his like police number is on his lapels, isn't it?
It'll be on the warrant card.
Yeah.
No, it's not openly displayed. It's displayed on the warrant card.
So that varies. So my niece has it on displayed on her
Really?
uniform.
Okay.
Mm.
So you would note that
Excuse me, Joe. Sorry, mate.
there's a particular flap over this. It doesn't appear to be standard issue uniform, but there's a particular flap that would then go over their name badge.
Right.
From your digging and probably your hobby / vendetta,
Hobby.
like just hating Section 31.
That word's doing a lot of legwork there.
So if they're doing their standard duty, it's openly displayed. Once they go to Section 31, they'll hide it.
Right.
So no one can then track them back.
Yeah.
That makes sense, actually. Yeah.
But they've given me their names, and I know where they're stationed because
they
they're near
have given
here.
you a name, yes.
Yeah. Are they?
I know there's not a lot of surnames there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So easy.
So, but yeah, they will wander back the way that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like, yeah, what would be the... You don't need to roll. I think, yeah, like, Riddlich, if you do want to make that sort of... I don't even think, like, if you can get, like, one success on an empathy, I think you'll see an ugly, ugly look.
Oh, sure.
I actually made a resolve composure for the look that you gave me. I translated that to the look against the police officers. Yes, but they rolled incredibly well. But
Fair.
it was a good look.
Ooh. 5 successes.
Yeah, like, Lucas looks like he...
Was going to kill them.
I don't know how much you know and how much you've spoken to Mike about the extracurriculars, shall we say?
So, I think Riddle is aware at a level that is like, I know this guy is a murdering psychopath, but he's my murdering psychopath.
Cool.
And at this point, he hasn't tried to murdering psychopath me.
Fair.
So
Honestly, fair.
He's willfully ignoring most of it, but he knows there is a danger there that he has to be aware of.
Cool. Okay. I think you get that Lucas has enough cold composure to him that he's not going to pull his knife out and stab this guy in the throat here.
Yep. Yeah, I think Riddle just writes his name down in a journal somewhere or on in a smartphone to look up later.
Yep.
Like,
I think that's smart.
He goes on a list of
people Lucas is annoyed with.
Yeah, who might need to go into some form of protection
There was that
service.
barista at Watford Gap. I didn't know there was the barista at Watford Gap.
Excuse me, please, Joe. Fat has now had his peas.
Get up again.
Ooh.
He's a good boy. So here, Mike, coming to.
Those little treats did a well job.
Yeah. Scoffed them right down.
Cool.
Treat pockets.
Shit, did it work?
It worked, yeah.
Nice. Cool. Yeah.
Do you mind following them for a little bit? Just to make sure they get back safe.
Of course.
Yeah, one more thing to happen to.
So you see there was a
Okay,
check
that.
to see if how it was empathy, was it?
I think that was a check that Joe requested.
Yeah, any empathy, and what would it be empathy,
Empathy, composure.
composure.
Yeah.
Does your drone have a mic on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I could probably go on Amazon and find. Oh yeah, I've just got this drone.
Yeah.
And you can probably find one with a mic on it.
I mean, yeah.
Because we're talking about me building my own drones later, but this is just an off-the-shelf one.
Oh, okay, yeah, but yeah.
I fully beefed the
Is that
composure.
0?
Yeah, 0. So
Fair.
I do not see your face. I'm too busy.
Yeah, that really checks out. There's just cool. Yeah. Right. I'll glove up.
Okay.
I'm checking to make sure that they get home safe. Well, I say home.
They get
leave
back
safe.
safe. You will hear a conversation that I am typing up. But
I am checking to see if the people that were killed have any cell phones, laptops, any of that kind of stuff.
Devices.
okay, cool. So you can make an investigation check. Yes, it's a crime scene. Yeah. I mean, this so perfectly describes.
And this was just boring old police tape that's just cordoned off the area, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is like the disposable plastic yellow crime scene do not cross type thing.
Immediately just cover it.
Yeah.
Two
Double
successes.
check.
My.
What does this one do again?
I rolled 9 dice at 8 again. 1 success.
Oh wow!
Jesus.
Sometimes it do be like
Oh
that.
no, I did get 1 8 and it's 8 again, so 1 success.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It's fine. I have to save my willpower to burn that man's house down.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's going to be interesting to listen back to the recording and find out what I missed when I wasn't paying attention.
5 successes. And I also have Eye for the Strange, so I will automatically determine if this has a supernatural cause.
Ooh.
You must confirm or deny it as well, and provide one piece of found information to lead to this conclusion.
Ouch.
Wow, I love that ability to compel the
It's a
GM.
very specific. It's a like boom.
I've got that one as well.
Yeah,
Damn.
it's a good one.
I heard a rumour that.
So, okay, let me describe. We'll start with the bodies.
Yep.
So,
Start somewhere.
they. Sorry, just so that I know, 6 successes was
6,
it?
yeah.
1 success.
Oh,
Were you doing an investigation check?
I can. My expertise is not.
It depends. Like, if you want to do something else, that's absolutely fine.
Investigation plus.
I think that's intelligence.
Oh, I missed this bit. With an exceptional... Is 6 successes exceptional?
Yes,
Yep.
5.
With an exceptional success, the storyteller must provide some supernatural folklore about the cause, or if the event was mundane, provide an ongoing +2 to rolls to investigate it.
Okay, that actually makes my job easier. So thank you.
7, I exploded 3 times.
Wow.
Wow, damn. Okay.
I've just done the same roll Brad has done. It's 2 rerolls.
So I think Lucas's rage is just
Yeah.
blinding him.
Oh, fully.
He can't focus.
Yeah, I got
Like-
5 successes as well on the same Eye for the Strange roll that Brad has.
Okay, so with 3 critical successes, you guys are going to get a lot of information. So I'm going to start with the bodies first. So I will start with their possessions, specifically what's not in their possession. So that they've still got clothes. They've still got general supplies. You find no electronic equipment on them. There's a smashed. Now, when I say smashed, as in there are teeth marks, big teeth marks in one of the phones. All the bodies have been mauled and scratched, and there are things that have taken chunks out of their flesh.
So they've been played with rather than just killed.
It was an incredibly violent and furious attack by multiple different attackers. The claw marks and bite marks are not consistent with each other. There were at least 3 different creatures that did this. So 2 of the claw marks and teeth marks with critical successes, you might be able to match them up with woodland animals. Maybe you'd have to find them, but they seem consistent with, in the same way that if a cat scratched you, you go, oh yeah, that's reasonably distinctive.
Riddle has a
Yes.
laptop and connection.
So-
He's just going, no.
Could I ask a question that may just for if I swab between the teeth and under the fingernails of these people, is there blood there? You said there were 3 animals.
Yeah.
Is it these people have done it to each other?
No.
Okay.
There is. The problem is because of the slashing, there's kind of blood everywhere.
Yeah.
But no, if you're digging deep, there's not. With those who've got critical successes, on one of the victims, there is a set of puncture marks on the neck. Although it looks like 2 different sets of teeth. There's 2 that are very pointy, and then there's 2 that are kind of they're closer.
Clampy.
Yeah.
Why is it intention like that?
It does not seem. It does not match up with any known animal or creature that you have heard of. It appears like 2 different creatures simultaneously bit the victim.
You say the phone has been bitten into.
Yes.
Does it look like that has happened accidentally, or is it an intentionality behind it? Is there some kind of, I need to destroy that, I'm just going to...
No. So it was found in. So it was in one of the pockets, and they have bit through the phone to
Right,
get to
okay.
the leg.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna set up the proximity sensors we brought.
For sure.
I'm imagining there's something like it like texts the phone or something to say this one has been triggered. Is that the kind of thing?
Yeah, you can. You will get an audio alert.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be audio. You can have it vibrate if you want it to be quiet.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna sort of set them up like a triangle around us about 30 feet or so.
for sure. The general area is it's devoid of regular forest animals. Even though several hours have passed since the attack, they do not appear to have returned to this spot.
And is there blood on the? Is it look like it's here? Is there blood on the ground?
Yeah.
Scratches. Is like this is definitely where the crime happened.
Yeah. So it looks like a collection of animals set upon these campers. So you have you have the witness statement that mentioned that a human shouldn't have that many teeth.
Hang on,
check
is it a
their
human shouldn't have that many teeth, or a human shouldn't have teeth like these?
That is a
Yeah,
very
is it the quantity or the quality of the teeth?
Yes.
yeah. That
Yeah.
is-
Both are concerning.
You don't know which flavour of concern.
Yeah.
that is a very good
Lemon or lemon.
Humans don't have teeth like that.
Okay.
So,
Humans don't have teeth like that.
yes.
So whatever they saw was human or looked human.
Yes. The witness unfortunately has passed away from their injuries, so you can get.
So
no
that was
further-
presumably while we were on the way up here,
Yes.
because there was a survivor here in London, but
Yeah.
now there isn't.
Severe blood loss was the cause of death.
Can we check their mouths?
Their mouths,
They've normal human teeth inside.
normal human teeth. Yeah.
One of them's got an apple.
So some of them appear to have been knocked out. You can find teeth on the ground. Again, it looks like they were set upon by.
Yeah,
Set-
if like an elk or something kicks you in the head, your teeth are going to come out.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, there are normal human teeth on the floor and in their mouths.
The one who has the puncture marks in the neck,
They
does
have-
that wound look older than the other ones?
No, it does not. It looks as fresh.
Peri-mortem. At the time of death.
Yes. They look considerably more dehydrated than the
But
other
they've been
two.
drained of blood.
Yes.
Someone been making vampires werewolves.
Can I roll an occult check here?
There was mention.
Oh no, that's yeah.
When I went looking for whatever this deal was, there was mention of a cure. What if they found something like,
The disease is transforming people.
and there is maybe a cure for it, or something, some other disease that's elsewhere in the world that they're trying to deal with?
The missing persons that we tracked down from my pal in Merseyside, they were missing. Their bodies weren't found.
Correct.
These are the first bodies that have been found.
Yes.
Maybe the person looking for the cure died? It has been very long time.
Did we get a sense of the square kilometre area of this place from the plans I got from the visitor centre?
What, as in this campsite or the general cordon?
The cordon at the time of creation.
So at the time of creation, it was maybe 1 square mile. It's now expanded to 10 times that, so about 10 square miles of forest.
Does Riddle know if vampires are real or not?
So make me an occult check.
2 and
You
4.
can make me an occult check.
Can I make a bureaucratic check to see if there's any cases of...
You don't need to. I will give you an answer.
6.
I mean, lawyers are all bloodsuckers anyway, right?
Ooh.
Chip, you don't need to.
Okay.
One success.
One success is fine.
Again, those are my 2 best skills I've rolled.
6 successes.
Oh, fuck you. no, I was talking to my dice as I put them down and they roll immensely better. Sorry, I do apologise.
That's fine.
There have been stories of vampires throughout the ages.
Yes.
There's always a level of truth behind the story. That's what you'll get with 1 success. With 6 successes and people who've worked for the agency, Lucas, you would have browsed the agency files anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what you would have known if you hadn't worked for the agency. As you all work for the agency, yeah, vampires exist. There are a variety of vampires. So there are human vampires. So they're humans who sustain themselves by draining the life force in different ways. Some will drain blood, some will drain energy and emotions. There's also a type of vampire that's closer to a feral beast. there's insufficient information on whether this is what happens if a vampire does something bad and degrades into it, or so.
It's fed any jewelry.
That's what my mind went as well.
The ones that have become more feral will have higher psionic power and will appear as human, but if you pierce that, they are considerably more monstrous. They're more human beast type creatures. But so with the, I want to say sanguination, the ones that will drain the blood. Exsanguination, yes. It's going in that direction. Yes. So the ones very classic, two singular prongs to the side of the neck, and then because the vampiric teeth are actually hollow, they work as
hypodermic needles.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah. And they would go into like the jugular vein.
Yes.
Specifically.
And generally they're incredibly strong and will just hold their victim.
They wouldn't need to rip them apart to get at the good juice inside.
Yeah.
Correct. So there are signs of a vampire. The other bite marks to the neck do not match up with previous vampire descriptions.
If we treat these as each is a separate bite mark, each is a separate tooth mark, what kind of teeth do we have? So we've got like this vampire hypodermic teeth. Is that what those the two puncture marks look like there?
Very classic.
Cool. So there is at least a vampire tooth involved. If you look at each individual tooth mark, are they canine in sizes? Like...
So...
And they're big as well, aren't they? Are they bigger than human?
Which ones? The hypodermic ones, they'd probably be slightly bigger because they've got to draw the blood up. But then the ones that have kind of clawed in,
almost like clamping.
Yeah. Possibly a large cat, and I don't mean like a house cat.
You get a lynx or a
so some of the other...
It's feline but big.
Yes.
Were tiger.
Some of the claw marks are... Because I'm going to assume that you're comparing this to... some of the other claw marks are consistent with a badger.
Actually, no, I played a game that had a were-tiger in it, but not a were-badger, and it's never mind, not the time.
Is that Chip saying that?
Yes. That's
I love that. No, come back to me.
Okay.
What does the agency recommend in terms of turning people?
Turning people. So traditionally, so if it's humans drained of blood will not turn. It has to be a two-way process. So they have to be both drained of blood and then fed the blood of a vampire for them to turn and be sired by a vampire.
So the agency actually knows that process and knows how that works.
Yes.
Okay. I remember what my question was, because I know which bit Lucas might not know this kind of stuff. Lucas doesn't know which bit he'd be looking at.
How'd you kill him?
How'd you kill him?
Yeah.
Okay, so it depends on the age of the vampire.
Mm-hmm.
The longer the vampire has lived, the stronger it will become.
Yeah.
Especially if it also depends if it's an ancient vampire or not. As in, it's near the
top of the siren.
While the agent's been unable to prove, like in 100% that there's like a top vampire, it's theorised that one vampire then caused all the others to spawn, and so the lower down you get, the lower your power level. But they're still generally stronger than humans. Sunlight tends to be catastrophic to a vampire's health.
Yeah.
So fire will also work very well. They've had mixed success with iron. It tends to be that the weaker or the fledgling vampires or the spawn are susceptible to iron. However, as they continue to feed on iron-rich blood, they
get less susceptible, and these will have fed prodigiously.
Yes. So
Silver.
So silver in itself does not seem to be effective against vampires.
Catastrophic bodily trauma.
Again, depends on the lesser vampires for sure. Especially if you were to rip out either the heart or the brain. Like a headshot would not
necessarily
kill a vampire.
Yeah.
If you removed its brain entirely, that would
Force feed it a grenade.
yeah.
I know we haven't a lot of time together, but you get me, is what I'm saying.
Although
I mean, I've got duct tape as well. If you want to just.
there has been one encounter with an ancient vampire, and none of the above techniques worked.
Is that the kind of thing someone would have made a deal with?
It is so. They are stories from probably 100 years ago from the agency archives.
If it's a vampire, who owes who the $20? Because that's not an entity or a human.
It's not a human.
It's an entity.
But it's not, because it was a human.
Not
Fucking is, though.
not a capital E entity, though.
Yeah, not.
It's supernatural.
Yes, but that doesn't mean it's.
Yeah, but what you meant was it's a guy with like a knife.
It is a guy.
The knives
Was
are
a
his
guy.
teeth.
No.
Was a guy.
Oh, no.
Also, question: what about stakes? What about stakes to the heart?
So yeah, the most vampires will be susceptible to that.
Yeah.
So when I refer to ancient vampires, I'm referring to theoretically one of the original family.
We're in the yeah.
So it is unknown what, if anything, will kill them.
But Lucas, you're good with guns, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So I did gingerly put down the bag that I was being very careful with. Pop it open and go and pull out a crossbow and hand it to you. And I pull out a bundle of just normal arrows. And then I zip it back up and I put the
And there's still weight in the bag.
There is. The bag is a lot less heavy now. It seems like most of the weight was the crossbow.
Why did you have that? Did you get advanced knowledge?
No.
I want to check.
Okay.
Okay, a little. I want to preface this with this is not a criticism. I think he's just like that.
He has everything. In
We
that
were
bag.
going into the woods. You bring a crossbow to the woods? Okay, I was going to bring a bow and arrow, but
what class do you play in D&D, Chip?
Ranger.
Oh, right. Fair enough. All right. He gets a pass.
Motherfucker. Sorry, I put my dice down.
And he got very
They
lucky.
also- Oh, that's a good roll.
I mean,
We're going to roll that and fucking 8 again.
when he's not in earshot, I will tell you why I actually pulled the crossbow.
Right.
Okay.
So because I will be checking whether you're telling the truth or not.
Sure.
So what do I need to roll for that?
So okay.
Empathy and composure, I think, for insight.
So yeah, empathy and composure, and you can message me your results, and then do you want to make your check, which will be, again, depending on whether you're being truthful or not, will affect whether it's presence or manipulation, and then
Persuasion or subterfuge, as appropriate.
yes.
It's cocked. Cocked again. Okay, there we go. Brad, I rolled 2 dice.
Jeez. That's very good.
For 2 dice.
In the meantime, so it definitely looks like there were multiple attackers at the same time. It wasn't one thing that was transforming to have different shapes.
Correct. There appeared to be multiple attackers at the same time.
Yeah.
As far as you can tell, Chip is telling the truth. He had no forewarning.
the other thing I was going to probably beckon Simon over. The agency sent us here and they knew something was up.
Yes.
You don't think that's fucked up?
I mean, there are many things about the shop that are fucked up.
Yeah, but if there was some agreement, why weren't we forewarned?
I mean, one could argue we're the next agreement.
You do also know that there's an additional bit of knowledge. Would you like that secretly?
Oh, yes, please. Secretly.
Sort of thing.
I'm no one's human sacrifice.
I mean, if you want, I can give you their name when we get back.
Pull up the photo on the phone. You know this guy?
Rich doesn't know who you're showing me.
The guy that you met in the coffee shop.
Oh.
Should we wait?
Yeah.
Yeah. I realised I was showing you the lock screen of my phone.
Oh no.
So many secrets. I love it.
So yeah, that conversation starts with Chip going, so have you ever played Tomb Raider The Last Revelation? ...
Yes.
So I got this idea from there.
I have concerns about you. You're on so many lists. There are governmental lists that people go on, right? When they research certain things. You're on all of them, and some lists that I didn't have access to. It's a concerning amount. He's on less lists.
Pointing at Lucas.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Lucas is a very sort of physically present threat. He's not an existential threat to the government.
Yes.
Honestly, I
Just a
do
politician.
not know how I got on so many lists, because most of this stuff I have just done whilst working for the agency.
I think
Most. See, there's the qualifier.
Okay, I come from a sleepy little town in the middle of the country.
So, you know what? So did Gary Gygax. And do you know how many lists he was on? Quite a few. The FBI visited him several times.
I mean, that was just the Satanic Panic stuff, though, right?
No.
Oh.
No, it was not.
Am I going
So-
to feel real bad about playing D&D now?
No. Not for Gary Gygax stuff. He's relatively small time. Anyways, what I'm saying is, research whatever you like. Do it in incognito mode, in like, you know, a VPN, in maybe a Tor browser or something along those
Okay,
lines.
yeah, I'm not great with the software side of things.
No, that's clear.
So I might need to get your help getting that
Your
set
digital
up.
footprint is like Bigfoot.
By the
They're
way,
having a very interesting conversation over there that is concerning.
at some point, Lucas will have asked you to set him up a completely secure laptop that only he will have access to, including not you.
Yep.
He has conducted absolutely none of his business, of his extracurriculars on that laptop, but still logs into it enough to make it look like he uses it regularly for stuff that is shady and he doesn't want the agency to know.
Right.
Oh, that is some next level paranoia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are
Kudos.
you talking to? So when I show Master Simon Esquire the picture of the still from the security footage from my old front door,
Yeah.
what does he see?
Oh. Yeah.
Because you went, wait!
That was a different thing that he was waiting for.
Oh, I see!
Yeah, but that's. I'm really hoping it's going to allow me to.
Weirdly, the only thing that's in my head, and I think this is my brain overlaying it rather than anything Mike has told me, I'm almost certain. The only thing I think when I look at this guy is, you know that surrealist painting of the guy and the apple in front of his face?
Oh, yeah.
Is that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. There's definitely a feeling of that.
Yeah, that's an entire vibe.
Oh, where is that child? I want to see this guy again. Oh, it's down far, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't seem to. Okay, hold
I
on.
don't know, it can't be that
Where's-
far. Where is it?
This is
There it is.
the.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So we didn't have a recap to this game, but the fact that you've moved house and you saw.
Oh, that was all out of character.
Okay.
That was all out of the session.
Okay,
certainly.
okay, just checking that I haven't missed.
No, you absolutely haven't. And I think, like, this would be the first Simon is hearing of it as well.
Yeah.
This is the first Chip is hearing about
Yeah.
this guy. The first Ryan's hearing about this guy.
Riddle knows.
Riddle knows.
Just a little bit of research.
Yeah. The psychopath, you know, I mean, at this point.
That's the psychopath, you know. Yeah.
So,
Can you ever really know someone?
Riddle can. He just chooses not to.
I tried hard as long as I can.
Almost absent-mindedly, Chip just gets out a portable toaster and toasts some bread, puts some jam on it.
Oh.
only because I can't find out where it is. So that is who you see.
Okay. You know?
I mean, it would behoove me to give away the personal medical details of employees of the company.
Name.
Why?
I think, again, you see murder, and I think the fact that you've refused this is the first time Lucas has defied you in any way.
I'm not refusing, in what context?
Into my house. Through my stuff. Abducted Earl.
No. When?
Riddle's
We
over.
need to talk about this later.
No.
Yeah.
So this were-tiger appeared in a game called Breath of Fire 3.
Ah, yes.
And ever since then, I just love the really fast characters in those games.
Why
Has
don't
Riddle
you
talked to
build
you
like
about it?
jump boots or something?
No, I spoke to Little about
Jump boots.
Yeah, like
When
make you go faster.
He recognised it?
Like rocket boots or something.
Yeah.
Now you see, okay, you can go really fast, but that doesn't improve the speed of your reflexes, so you end up halfway
absolutely.
through a
You saw him at
tree
the
or-
service station, yeah?
or the testing panel that you built to test how quick you
Is
could
that?
stop with that kind of thing.
If people are keeping an eye
Yes, I've seen the purchase orders.
I don't know that in character. Did you?
We should probably get back to the bodies, actually. come to
Because-
think of it.
Yes.
Right. Fuck. Because you didn't recognise that guy. What does this guy look like to you?
Old gentleman, bowler hat.
Cheer.
Hmm?
Edie? I'm just going to get him to run over the image on my phone. Entity detector?
Also, I've not seen this guy before, so
Hold on.
Haven't you?
Haven't you?
that's have
Let's
I?
find out!
Because I didn't know until 5 minutes ago either.
I'm the only
Oh,
one who
I
does
got him right here, actually.
Because I haven't seen what
Weirdly.
Mike's got in
No,
his screen.
I've
Oh! So
Unless you're showing a different image.
what do you see?
I assume this is the image.
It might be.
Old guy in the bowler hat. If I give the description to Simon in this moment, do we agree on the description?
How are you describing him?
Exactly as I see it on the screen on my phone right now.
Do you need a refresh of what you're seeing?
No, but I know the...
I think Mike wants you to describe it in character.
Oh, okay.
Because if I say yes or no, it will confirm whether you're seeing the same person. Whereas you cannot trust the image that you have seen, and so you need to describe it to each other.
A man about 5 feet, circular glasses, bowler hat, quite smartly dressed, black shoes and shirt and jacket. He walks down the corridor, politely nods to 2 neighbours who identified him to you, reaches your door, waits motionless for about 2 seconds, and he opens the door as if it were unlocked. You see him enter your bedroom, pull out an envelope and place it on the bed. That's my next fucking question.
Do they have to write it themselves, or do we write down what they're saying?
So the way that it works is you give them the book, and they read from the book, and you write it down, and then you turn to the next page, and it should match up.
Okay, so it's not like you write down the description of the guy in this book, and if it comes out weird, okay.
No.
Yeah. The description I speak out loud, does that match up with what with what Simon has been told?
That is a question for Simon.
From what you have described, it sounds like the person that I saw in the image.
And that is
like
the
the
same
person
person
in the
who
image?
was at the service station and also works for the agency. And that's the same person who's at the service station and works for the agency.
I saw him earlier today, yes. I mean, he wasn't wearing a bowler hat at the service station. He was being embarrassed. I mean, was he?
Yeah, he was.
Ah!
Like, is it bowler hat?
Yeah. He wasn't dressed like a barista at all.
Yeah, we need the field kit.
Which is why it was odd that he handed you the coffee. Can I now have a composure and resolve check?
From me?
No.
Ooh.
Also, if I'm looking at the guy through Edie, any
Through the image.
anything?
So it works normally until you pan over the image and then the screen goes static.
Composure and resolve as in the two attributes across the social and mental rather than a
Yes,
skill. Okay.
because this is a resistance against something.
Is this contesting supernatural mind
Yes.
control?
100% yes.
I get riddled. Halen, test me.
Right.
8, 9, and 10, right?
You fail.
Please clarify for me what failing means in this moment. I am under the influence of supernatural mind control.
No, your memory has been altered.
My memory has been altered.
I retract. No, you pass. You're fine.
I pass.
Yes.
I'm going to run it on Riddle and Simon. And I'm going to ask Chip if he's seen this guy before, and I'll give the same description.
Fail, pass.
Did you point at me?
Yes.
And you said fail.
Oh.
So, as in, you have both been affected by something that alters your memory.
I'm going to say to Chip...
And what was your composure resolve check? Oh, sorry, secret thing.
I'm going to describe to Chip what is on my screen, show Chip the image, and retest Chip.
He will still pass. He has not been affected.
So, but it's not the image that can do it; it's the physical person, and that's the question I was asking.
That is certainly the conclusion that you're drawing.
Yeah,
Well,
from-
I was pretty sure that I would fail because I've been,
So,
If I get them to describe to me what they've seen, in words out loud.
that would
the
be...
older gentleman, bowler hat, round glasses. Yeah, that's what I've seen on your screens, and I mean,
Something's fucking with us.
I probably should have checked myself before I went looking for him, and then afterwards, because I could have found something and then not remembered it.
Look, Chip, you ever see the guy who looks like this? You tell us immediately, okay?
Okay.
Get on.
I've not seen that gentleman before, have I? The image that I've seen.
Fuck these 4 decomposing bodies, by the way.
You have a message.
Okay, that's good to know.
There are some bodies here we should deal with.
The word I'm about to type, it says barrister, I meant to type barista.
Some
Coffee and don't trade into it as much as
Yeah, that's I can't spell for shit. Not
I would also like to just say, but for the purposes of us having this conversation in the middle of the woods, I do have the danger sense merit.
I've got 3 motion detect up as well, if that helps.
Yes.
So you gain +2 modifier on reflexive wits and composure rolls for your character to detect an impending ambush. Your character's reflexes are honed to the point where nothing's shocking.
Nice. Cool.
God. Just the jadedness that comes with repeated trauma, huh?
Still a coward, still a scaredy cat.
Me
Still
too.
Love me some toast.
The other question I was going to ask, and this is, I appreciate this is an inopportune moment to ask it, but I will forget if I don't. Are vampires affected by objects of faith?
Because you really believe in your gun.
I don't believe in my gun, but I do have a St. Christopher medal.
Oh.
It is unclear. Some are, some are not. The agency's best guess is that whatever their religion was when they transformed somehow correlates to a weakness later on.
I'll whack some Christian iconography out. Yeah, why not?
Yeah. So,
There's a Discworld book, Carpe Jugulum.
Seize the neck.
Yeah. Go for the throat.
There you go.
The vampires get cocky, and it's like, we can overcome anything through sheer force, the power of the mind. Like, and he quizzes these kids on all these different religious symbols, and he just whips out. He's got flashcards with the monster. He just whips them out randomly, and they're unaffected by it. Until, of course, one of the main characters does something to make them affected by religious symbols again. And because they've been trained to recognise them, they start seeing them everywhere. Like, there's just a bunch of bricks, the brickwork on the wall. They see the various lines meshing up in the same way to be a religious symbol.
Yes. I will also send a message to Mike. This is not a now thing, it's just something I've noticed about something we said earlier.
Okay, yeah, cool. That is what your roll gets you.
Something's fucking with me.
It is. Well, not you actually.
No,
Just
it's me.
And
Okay.
I think.
So I will
You might
revise what I said to you then.
Yeah.
I won't say his agency, and I'll say it will behoove me not to reveal my medical records.
Your medical record.
did you have an appendectomy?
Both of you did.
Yes.
Is that your
Shit.
doctor?
Do you mind? I have a device. Might I use it upon your chest a little bit?
What kind of device?
Metal detector.
Metal detector.
Removes machete.
Yeah, I might want that. You go off in an airport. Okay, here you go.
I'll walk some distance away.
It's around this area, roughly. Does he beep?
Well, if he's walked away, you guys won't hear it.
Yeah. But
Yeah, I noticed when I was listening back to some of the recordings in preparation of joining this team, I listened back to some of your other missions that I had on the briefings on the record, and the Dauntless was one crewman down. He was off with having an appendectomy.
Aye.
yes, I've had two.
And when you, you were having one whilst those two were in America.
It's very unusual to have
that-
two appendices.
Yeah, no, it happened in Red Dwarf actually. Lister, not the time.
Nope.
And the guy from Robot Wars, right?
Yeah, Craig Charles.
Nice.
His character had an appendix
Very
twice
easy.
because they cared more about the jokes than the actual plot. For the most part, the details anyway.
Look. Whatever that thing is, it's not this thing.
Nope. Definitely not.
So maybe deal with this and then
Lucas does his square breathing for a second.
like that's future Lucas's problem.
Oh no! See, that's a dangerous trap to get into because future Riddle is not very kind. Like past Riddle is not very kind to future Riddle, and then future Riddle just calls him an asshole. So let's be kind to our future selves.
Okay, but
And
also
not get murdered by a bear in the woods.
we should be kind to present selves and focus on what's in front of us.
Yes.
Fine.
Chuck it out the back. Clean bit of health.
I don't.
I truly, if it is even feasible for me to beat you on my one untrained die here, it's no successes.
Telling the truth.
Yeah, there he is. I'm all ears.
So what is this? Composure and empathy?
For what? Sorry.
Detecting his lies.
Okay. Well, yeah. So
Isn't it? Also, you're rolling.
yeah, composure and empathy versus either persuasion or
So I will message you how many successes
yes.
I get.
Yeah. Again, wait.
I will also point out that I have the skill Untouchable. Any roll to investigate your character suffers the incomplete clue tag unless it achieves exceptional success.
Slippery motherfucker.
Which I believe is 5 or more successes.
Yes.
Well,
So
I will message you my number.
I am
So-
messaging you my number.
I got one.
So you now need to make either. So it was either persuasion or.
I'm rolling persuasion or intimidation, my choice, plus.
Or,
No,
what's-
deception, right?
Is
Oh,
it
is that deception?
I
Subterfuge.
subterfuge?
Oh, okay. Oh, plus manipulation?
Yes.
It's as good as the computer one for me.
I mean, I'm just hoping he beefs the roll.
Yeah, that's my goal. Well, you have to get an exceptional success in order to even have a hope of getting.
Yeah. History checks out. Let's move on.
I think like you can see real like veins popping in Lucas's temples. He's so fucking angry that something is manipulating his mind, which I think is the one thing he's always been able to rely on through all this.
I mean, I could try and see if I can do something like restore altered memories.
It depends what caused it. It could be magic. Could be drugs. Could be just normal everyday alterations of like physical stuff.
And messages sent. You will neither confirm nor deny.
So,
And I will do
There.
nothing.
are there any
Very
footprints?
well.
Anything leading away from this place? Anything going out into the forest?
So, the rest of the crime scene. So you've searched.
Oh yeah, there's a body.
So
You've got the rest of the crime scene to
So
look at.
yes, you've searched the 3 dead bodies. Where the outline was of the remaining body, there was signs of a struggle, and you notice something has been dropped and partially buried in the mud, and it's kind of like a very old leather-bound journal that has been stuffed with letters. And if you go onto the Foundry tab, So under journal, Kielder Forest, there should be a journal.
I'm not seeing Kielder Forest as a subfolder, as a top level folder yet.
Okay, hold on. I think I know what has happened. So I think I have to. Yeah. Okay. So. Really wish I'd known. Okay. Yeah. Hold on.
This is why I moved to physical props, because I can just get that shit.
Yeah. I didn't have a printer, otherwise absolutely would have. So, hold on.
Technology is fucking evil.
So
Says the man playing a hacker.
because there's come on.
What did I write this?
I've suddenly realised that there's a whole bunch of stuff in here that I don't want.
Oh no. It's fine, just show us all and we'll promise not to look.
This is another reason for physical props.
Yeah. I actually wouldn't, is the, I guess, unsad thing. I'm enjoying this so much. Oh, what a horrible little bastard, man.
So I'd like to draw your attention to the fact that the crossbow has a scope on it.
Oh, I know. It's nice. Is that the ZXL 51?
52.
Nice. Yeah, just sliding down.
What else you got in there?
Not much.
There is a side eye from Riddle that would wither roses.
You've got something in there, right?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Leave it in the bag.
I'm not worried about it.
No, you should be. There's a concern here
No.
that is.
No, I'm excited about it.
Aye.
Okay, so I'm hoping if I click that button, can you now see a Kielder Forest and a journal?
No.
No.
So I just can try reloading Foundry. Technical difficulties. Hey!
Ah, there it is.
There it is, without even having to reload.
And can you only see one journal?
I can
and
see
that's-
2 journals and research
Okay,
notes.
okay.
But
Stop.
but second journal is empty anyways. It doesn't have anything in it,
Opening them all!
which makes sense.
The first
There's
one
one
I
as a
opened.
capital J and one with a lowercase j.
Yep, you've cracked my. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I see what's happened here. I've given access to the wrong thing.
Okay.
So now.
Just see your research notes.
Okay, hold on.
Pages were written in ballpoint pen and mix of English and Romanian. You know what's in Romania? Transylvania.
That's true.
Oh, everything's disappeared from research notes.
Yep.
Yeah, so you are
Transylvania, is
changing
that
things.
different from Sicylvania?
Yes.
How do you...
Just check.
This music's great as well.
I see a lowercase journal and
Oh.
nothing but a lowercase
Okay.
journal.
Try not to reveal which case you have.
Motherfucker.
okay.
So hopefully.
I'm Google Translate, mate.
There we go. Yeah.
Can I just do that myself, or?
Yes. You
Oh
can.
fuck yes.
So,
Oh fuck yeah.
so assuming you run it through Google Translate.
Oh shit beans.
Is this Latin?
It's Romanian.
Romanian. That's interesting. It has a lot of similarities to a lot of other Latin-based languages, which makes some sense. Something about my mother.
Ah, no, Lucky. I just heard something behind me that was Lucky.
Yeah, he's licking himself on the chair.
Okay. So if you run it through Google Translate, you
I
should
shall.
start to get.
Prince of Transylvania.
Hmm.
In fact, I'll say that in character as I'm reading. Well, you'll see Lucas goes to his phone and searches a word and just Prince of Transylvania. When was Vlad the Impaler alive?
Is it intentional that you're revealing other pages?
Yep.
Okay.
So the
As we go through it.
So the idea is now that now that someone has suggested Google Translate, you can now translate all the pages.
1400-ish.
So that was a long way before
Over
So
17.
These guys.
So
Yes.
you should all have a Romanian entry and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 English entries.
And we were seeing different things?
Might be.
Because... is it because... Riddle speaks Ukrainian?
That would be a good idea, but no, it's not that. No.
Vezel. Saska. Use Saska.
Vassal. Vassal. Dear Saska.
Fucking love the unlimited data plan. I watch so much Netflix.
we didn't have siblings then.
Aye.
Brother and sister.
One being a bloodsucker, and one being whatever wild feral animal is attacking.
Our greatest fear has been confirmed. The famine sickness dwells with me as well. While we defeated Akoshi's armies, I was felt in combat. Once the sun set, the moon beside the most stars. I woke with the sword, the best of me, still buried in my chest. You can feel the hunger in me start to stir, but not allow the curse to consume me. Science fights against nature, and I convince it must hold the key to undo this foul and unholy curse. I'll leave to shield you from the misery I must endure. I'll send word once I've found someone to conduct me research. I'm sorry, Bazu, for this both. Much love, you dearest brother Bezel. And he will read them out.
You're welcome to read them out loud. There is no.
I'm just in terms of me as Joseph not reading them.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I can read the next one.
Go
Sure.
for it. Yeah.
Okay, so this one says November 1713, dearest Saska. I have mixed results. Self-research has bared some fruit, and I have learned some interesting facts about myself. I have followed many leads, but have gained little ground, as so much has to be conducted in secret. I have had to leave our homeland and will travel west, a beacon of modern medicine. My urges are contained. I wish I could explain more, but fear retribution if these letters were intercepted. I hope to send more information soon. Your letters sustain me. Please look after Mother for me. I know she grieves for me and my brother. It pains me to burden you so. Much love, your dearest brother Vessel.
The letters, they're only coming from one direction, from Vessel to Saska, so this
presumably
journal
this
is
might be-
Saska's.
Yeah.
Got the IDs on these people, wallets and stuff.
Yeah.
Driving license, passport,
So
e-hic.
So yeah, they've got modern driving license. Neither of them are Saska
Is there-
or Vessel.
How many bodies are here versus how many like camp equipment stuff is here?
So this looks like it was a camp for 4 people, and there are 3 dead bodies and,
And one in the Morgan Hospital.
Yes.
Right.
How many bedrolls are there? Or sleeping
4.
bags? Okay.
They said they woke up.
Yes, the person at the hospital, were they... no, because they wouldn't freak out about the teeth.
That's true.
Probably.
With that,
Unless Saska...
Well, it mentions under the moon, so maybe the transformation only occurs.
but they still know what they were.
No, unless the death is part of the transformation, the first death.
Well, yeah.
And that's an ascended.
And then
What's
they
the
show-
sunset?
the-
The moon.
I'm on the sat phone.
The
Getting
final memory mentions
officers
gaps
to
in
the-
memory, so they're not.
And it is, God, it's a horrible thing to say, but I think you do see a little smile on Lucas's face as he sends Section 31 officers to secure that body.
And watch out for when the sun sets.
Yeah.
Because the first letter says, once the sun set, the moon resides among the
What time of
stars.
day is it right now?
1850.
So the attack happened at night around, let's say, midnight-ish. It took you 10 hours.
Yeah.
So it is currently 10 in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably about midday by this point, I would say, because you've...
Chip, can you send a drone up, see if there's any structures in this area?
I thought to say, Vessel went on a hell of an opiate bender.
He
100
didn't
years.
wake up for... Aye.
Well, he was awake somewhat. According to this, he had gaps in his memory. Was suppressing his hunger.
As far as he's awake, he could forget that he's succumbed.
It's true. He doesn't remember. At least according to the letters he sent to his sister. Well, this last letter that went somewhere. Somebody found this journal or found the letters and then went looking for him.
Can you do a search for the IDs and see who these people were?
Sure.
Like history students or
Now,
biological researchers? Agency stuff.
Can I have a computer check?
Sure.
please? Because
I'll be doing the
This is
mundane side of it from police resources as well.
so the police aren't. Yeah. There are no five. Okay. So the police don't have much of a record.
Yeah.
But you would not be able to get historical records of non-UK citizens on the fly.
And that's what I find, is that these aren't UK citizens, presumably.
Yes. So there are a couple of clues that you're able to cross-reference the fact that he's become a doctor in Oxford. Around the time you've managed to hack into some kind of historical archive.
Point of clarification, I meant the bodies.
Oh, the bodies. Sorry.
Yeah, what were their jobs?
Oh.
They were like historical
Like
researchers,
how did
biology,
they get
medical
no.
researchers.
No.
that kind of thing.
No.
Is it like this guy works in IT, this person's a baker, this person's a teacher?
Yeah. Precisely that. It showed that they all went to the same university together, but they did different courses. One of them did performing arts, another one did maths, another did dance, and then another one did like theology.
Now that question.
So you're searching for Saskia and Vessel.
Yeah.
So there are records of a Vessel who was a Romanian citizen who became a doctor back in, was it 1720? Yes.
Is he doing the classic, like, becoming his own son kind of thing and flipping himself around?
Inheriting his...
Yes. It gets you...
It gets a bit wobbly around 1750?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the Lucasian chair of mathematics at Oxford University, and then he went on a big coke binge for 100 years.
Yeah. He seems to... There are records of a doctor travelling with the East India Company. But then...
and nothing for 100 years.
Yeah. But again,
What
China,
surname was
opium...
given?
Say again?
What surname was given with Vezel?
Ooh.
For the Oxford professor, say, in 17 whatever.
Yeah. So...
Older than the Aztec Empire, I think that's right to say. It's right around, isn't it, Oxford University?
Yes, actually, yeah. It's an old...
Let me just check because I've not got it in that one.
Can I just say, Mike, I'm so fucking invested in this. I cannot describe.
Feher.
Fair.
Feher. Descending from... It was a royal family within Hungary.
So there is a real chance this could be an ancient vampire. Old family from Transylvania.
Where does ancient vampires start? Like, because Riddle has enough knowledge now to kind of be like,
What's your cut-off time, by the way?
Soonish.
Okay, that's fine. I've got a good point that we can move it on. So he would be an old vampire, but he would not fall into ancient vampire.
So it's not like anyone from the lineage of the family is an ancient vampire.
It is entirely possible that might be the case.
So Brad knows how it works in Vampire the Masquerade. He remembers most of this stuff.
I am not following those rules.
Okay, that's fine.
I've created my own law.
Oh,
for
cool.
this, which is why I'm a bit hesitant about bringing in other books because they might bring in conflicting law.
So I guess what I'm saying here is like.
So it is.
It's possible that any newly created vampires from the same genetic lineage would start their vampiric journey as ancient vampires.
It depends how close they are to the source, really.
It's theorized that stories started to come out around the 1500s.
With that gazelle, Vlad the Impala.
I think he's slightly later, actually, around the 1700s.
1400s.
1400s.
14.
Oh,
Vlad
okay.
Tepes III is the Vlad the Impaler. So.
Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to go with that one then. So around 1400s. So it is odd that they refer to it as a sickness, because by modern agency records, you have to be turned. It is. So
But that's why I was thinking ancient vampire, because if it's inherited genetically,
Maybe.
not sired.
yes. So you.
Just give us one more shell and
Yeah.
there's no more room in the shotgun.
So yes. Now that you've explained it like that, I can now confirm that yes, that may line up with activities of an ancient vampire. However, there is just insufficient information.
You want to get on the horn to people back in the office and ask them a few questions?
Such as.
The fuck are we doing if there is an ancient vampire, for example?
Looking at his journal and based on the deal that was made, it could be that he was looking for a cure for vampirism, which would be a very big deal for everyone. I understand the reasons behind it.
Yeah, but why were we sent here with no fucking indication of what was going on?
Maybe they didn't know. Maybe they thought the deal wasn't in place, or maybe this. Or
Sure.
Somebody.
Come on, that's got to have raised some kind of flag. They wouldn't just send us. They're fucking us, Riddle.
This is 30 years old. I'm not saying the agency is altruistic, but I do think they're incompetent. No offense. Do not ascribe maliciousness when incompetence is far more likely.
This journal just pulled out of the ground. Does it look like it was recently buried there?
So, yeah, again, because you've all got critical successes with your investigation roll, it looks like it was being carried by someone, and then during a struggle with presumably the survivor, it
got trampled on.
yes,
And got pressed to the loom.
exactly. So, not that it was hidden, but that it was dropped in a struggle and was buried to the point that whoever the attacker was may not have noticed it.
Okay, just checking that he wasn't here for ages and has just been unearthed during the struggle.
That's interesting. Is it? Because we're presuming that it was the four of these.
No, I
ones
think
that
it
had
was the assailant.
attacker
the
was
assailant
carrying it.
had
Yeah.
That was,
and dropped it.
So possibly this attacker is this person.
Vezel.
No, the sister.
Saska.
The sister, yes, because it
Because
would
she'd be
be
the one receiving the letters.
exactly.
And
Came looking for her brother, and that's why all of a sudden the murders, and now it's like oh god, I don't want to get in the middle of a familial fighty thing.
What if she killed Nate, the brother?
Oh, that probably isn't good.
so, with your critical success, you, as well as the surrounding fight, you can also see tracks. You can see humanoid tracks heading directly north to the northeast and northwest. There are semi-human, semi-animal tracks leading off in two different locations. They are of varying ages, as in this is like they've come. So the most recent one is heading just straight north. There have been other. The animals appear to have come longer ago. Like that's an older track, but they all lead to this point.
Are there any structures
Yeah, I sent the drone up to have a look for structures in the area.
So the problem is, not that you can see. You can, to the northeast and to the northwest, you can make out what might be several campsites that seem to lead in the direction of the tracks. They appear to have also been damaged and ripped to shreds.
It's the previous campers that have gone missing.
But the
No, just the idea of the campsites rotting there, and you walk into the forest and find not one destroyed campsite, which is creepy.
More and more
But-
and more as you go deeper.
Like taking away
older
layers
and older
of dust
ones.
over
Oh,
an
God.
archaeological find.
Like, if we move, are we moving on to the next campsite now? Can we find more remains there?
So, once you have picked a direction to move into, that is where we will end the session. Because I think we're approaching, is it 10:30ish? Yeah, and the story continues.
And it was north or northwest.
So you've got north, which you have no drone coverage of. They're the freshest tracks that appear to be human. To the northeast and to northwest, there are destroyed campsites where there are animalistic tracks.
We want to go north. That'll
Yeah,
be the brother.
Agreed.
I think.
Or whoever.
Still says human.
Still not a person.
Not an entity either. We're both at $20.
Call it even.
Sure.
20 quid is a killer.
But if he has a cure, then he
We'll
stops
take the
being
cure.
an emperor.
What if he was an entity but has found the cure and is now just a guy?
That's a good point.
Then he wouldn't have attacked.
Then he wouldn't be the
There
one
you
that's attacking to be the sister.
That's
a
true.
lot of
Whatever,
danger.
whatever did this,
That was not a human.
I'm glad we agree.
I agree, not a human, but not an entity either. More like
I think this is like...
semantics argument.
Oh, I think it's an important semantics argument there, because I think Lucas has lumped everything in
Right.
entity is bad.
Right.
The bad things that aren't human, the things we kill,
Right.
are entities. I think that's probably
Oh,
what
I
is
see,
the realization you come to at this moment
Right.
is, yeah.
Yeah. I see. Oh, I see. I was lumping very entity with the big E.
Fine, monsters.
All right, I'll grant you that.
Cool.
Cool.
Do you have a particular direction?
Head.
To be honest, everything's already prepped, but just so that I can kind of feel like really
North.
I think we
Your
want
head
to
on
see
one
the
track.
human
Human
tracks. We're
yeah.
hoping the brother's that direction.
Does the...
Human, they are
have
more
we,
like-
do we know if vampires have the ability to control animals, for example?
There are no records of it. No, that doesn't seem.
There
to
are,
be.
there are the tales though. Children of the Night, which music they play, and Dracula typically had control over birds and beasties and things,
Bats and wolves.
bats and wolves.
So that was more. So you are now entering.
But that's like
Folklore,
Bram Stoker.
right.
And
That's folklore. There have been. What I'm saying is the agency has no confirmed cases
Right,
yeah.
where vampires have managed to exert control over animals. Very powerful vampires can exert some level of control on other humans, and any side vampire are bound to their bound to the creature that turned them.
Right.
Cool. But
Oh.
I think
That's weird.
So in or out of character.
I see. Jesus.
It would only be confirming suspicions at this point,
Yeah, it's
but...
Oh shit.
I think
Yeah.
we'll call that
No.
there.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
Well done.